strength and courage to come out as a transgender, and although the world is catching up, we still have a long way to go in terms of acceptance. These brave women have risen in the media as actresses, models, and dancers, and you may not know they were born as males. 10 hot women you didn't know were actually transgender. Caroline Cossey. Looking at Caroline Cossey, you would never guess that she used to be a man, but she was actually the first transgender woman to be featured in Playboy magazine, and was also a Bond girl in the James Bond film For Your Eyes Only in 1981. Caroline completed her transition in 1974 after years of hormone therapy and breast augmentation. She was outed by the media in 1982, but although she faced tough times, she has become a huge influence in the transgender community. Amanda Lepore. Amanda proclaims she has the most expensive body on earth. Knowing from making her rounds in the New York party scene, she's had lip injections, Botox, a nose job, a forehead lift, and more, and that's just on her face. She said that her sex change was the most painful procedure she has done, but it was all worth it. Appearing in magazines like French Playboy and Vogue and music videos for Elton John and Grace Jones, she definitely lives a glamorous life. Laverne Cox. Laverne Cox made waves for her performance as the transgender character Sophia on the Netflix series Orange is the New Black. But not everyone knows she's transgender in real life too. She's the first openly transgender person to ever be nominated for a Primetime Emmy in the acting category, and is a public leader of the trans and LGBT movement. Alexis Arquette. Alexis Arquette made the transition from Robert Arquette in her late 30s. Born into a famous Hollywood family, alongside siblings Patricia, David, and Richmond, she's always been in the spotlight. She had roles in films such as Last Exit to Brooklyn, Threesome, and The Wedding Singer. She also performs in drag as Eva Destruction, through which she has amassed a major following. Candice Kane. Candice Kane shot to fame in the series Dirty Sexy Money. She was the first transgender person to play a recurring transgender character in a popular TV show. She grew up with an athletic twin brother and was bullied for being different and flamboyant. It wasn't until her early 20s, when she was living in New York and working as a drag performer, that she found out what transsexual was. Nowadays, you can find her attached at the hip with her BFF, Caitlyn Jenner. Carmen Carrera. Carmen Carrera is a gorgeous model, TV personality, actress, and burlesque performer, and she's transgender. She caught public attention as a reality star on RuPaul's Drag Race, coming out after she was on the show. She also made history as the first trans person to wed on reality TV when she married her husband Adrian Torres, and she's in line to be the first transgender Victoria's Secret angel, with nearly 50,000 people signing a petition to make it happen. Andrea Page. Working most of her life as an androgynous male model, Andrea Page underwent sex reassignment surgery and transitioned in 2014. As an androgynous model, she walked the runways of Marc Jacobs and Jean-Paul Gaultier, but the Serbian-born Amazon says she's always dreamt of being a girl. She's been featured in Vogue, W Magazine, GQ Australia, and more. She's really making waves in the fashion world. Claudia Charias. Claudia landed a spot in the semi-finals of America's Next Top Model back in 2006. The problem? At the time, the show had a rule that only contestants that were born female could compete. Because of this, Claudia had to leave, even though she was a favorite among the judges. She also made headlines in 2012 when her firefighter ex-boyfriend was on trial for beating her. Jazz Jennings. One of the youngest transgender people in the media, Jazz Jennings is 15 years old and has been dressing like a girl since she was in kindergarten. She is a YouTube and TV personality, a spokesmodel, and an LGBTQ rights activist. She knew she was born in the wrong body as soon as she started to talk and began taking hormone blockers once she hit puberty at 11 years old. She had a reality series on TLC called I Am Jazz, and she speaks in school to spread awareness about the trans movement. Jenna Talikova. Jenna Talikova is a Canadian model and TV personality who brought Miss Universe Canada to court for disqualifying her for her being transgender. She won the court battle and went on to make the top 12 in the competition. She had gender reassignment surgery when she was 19, and now at the age of 27, she scored an Elle Canada photo